as Angel stated, this webinar, we're going to be focusing on coupons and coupons, best practices and tips. I'm going to start off with just some general best practices, tips and tricks and terminology that we use in SMS. And then I'm going to go into a few specific examples. This does tend to be a very common project and call that we get over on our project team and help desk at this time of year as everybody is gearing up for the holidays. So I'm actually pulling some examples of some common ones that we are asked to help set up with those examples. So to start with, I am going to be starting in SMSPro. I am going to also go over into eSuite later in the demonstration or webinar, just so you can see how the coupons are set up in both systems. But right here, I have pulled up a general maintenance screen in SMSPro. So just for some common terminology that you'll hear us use when we're talking about coupons is that we often refer to coupons if you're wanting to set up an electronic coupon versus a paper coupon. So what that means is if you want the coupon to come up automatically when all the criteria is met. So a coupon is going to have, like in this case, I have an item that needs to be purchased plus $200 needs to be purchased in order to get the item for free. Do I want that to happen immediately when that criteria is met, the items in the transaction and the $200 is spent? If we want to do that, we'll utilize an electronic coupon, and this will be where we can flag that. If you don't want to do that and you want the customer or to have a physical coupon that they're bringing in or a flyer that they're bringing in, we would refer to that as a paper coupon. So that means that the cashier has to either scan the item or manually enter in a PLU code in order for the coupon to trigger on top of meeting the criteria. So they would also have to meet the criteria, and then they would also have to manually enter in this case, I was using UPC code 7. So that's the difference between those two. The other thing that we use, and you'll hear us use a lot when we're setting up coupons, is the difference between a store coupon and a vendor coupon. If you're setting up a coupon in your system, either one of these will behave the same way. If the criteria is met and it's electronic, that'll come up automatically. If you want manual coupon and you have to type it in, again, it will work. It'll all work the same way. The difference between a store coupon and a vendor coupon is the store coupon will affect your net sales and the vendor coupon by default will not. The reason why is that there's the assumption that when you're setting up a store coupon, you will not be reimbursed for that coupon value. And a vendor coupon is you will be getting reimbursed for the coupon value. A manufacturer is asking you to run this promotion and they're going to reimburse you for the amount. So that's what the difference is. We can change that behavior if you need to, but that is by default behavior. That's the difference is store coupon. You're not going to get reimbursed for, so it's going to take it off your net sales. And then vendor coupon, you will not come out of your net sales because the assumption is that you will be reimbursed for it. Another tip when you're setting up a coupon that is when you're on the price table and you're setting up the value of the coupon that you would like to be given. If you are going to have a set start and a set end date for this promotion to run, for this coupon to come off in the transaction, we strongly recommend that you use either the TPR column or the sale column and not the regular price column. The reason why is that the regular price column actually never ends. There is an end box in here, but it actually, even if you populate this field with an end date, the default for the system is to always revert back to the regular price. So even with the ending, it will revert back to the regular price. If you use the sale column or the TPR or even the in-store column, any of them work. Once the end date is reached, it will default to the regular price. There's no regular price in here, so it won't come off anymore. And there is a scheduled task that will go and clear out coupons after they have reached their end date as well. So that way it'll clear out the coupon and you don't have to worry about it triggering after you would like it to stop. So you're going to see in all my coupons that I'm setting up that I'm going to go through. I did set them all up under my sale column. Like I said, the TPR column is absolutely fine. So is the store column. It's just unless you want the coupon to come off on a continuous basis, that it never ends, we suggest putting it under those columns so that it will end properly when you want it to. So I'm now going to jump into some of my examples. So I am, like I said, going to go through 3 different scenarios, common calls, common coupons that we're setting up for these. The first one I'm going to go through is spend $200, you get 1 item for free. So if you're unfamiliar with this layout, with the layout that I'm using right here with the item maintenance, we generally have this pulled up. This is default where I'm looking at just the price table, POS table, main table. And I've also added the coupon table. So if you're looking to add the coupon table, it's right underneath here under the item dropdown, and I have my coupon link, and that will open up this table right here. So when you're setting up a coupon, it's just a regular item. You just want to use a PLU that you are not using for something else. And when you're coming up, you're going to give it a descriptor, and you're going to give it a point of sale descriptor. This is what will show up on the point of sale, and it does have to have a sub-department. This is the department that the sales will count against. Some customers prefer to have a sub-department that's just for coupons. So they have a special sub-department that's just for coupons. And then the other one is like, for example, since we're in the season, turkeys, you might want to have it count against your turkey department, since that's what the items are that you're going to be giving for free. It's up to you which way you would like to do it, but it does need a valid sub-department. Then down here is where you're going to tell the item that this is no longer a sales item. This is a coupon. So I am setting this one to be an electronic coupon. So it will come off when the criteria is met. And it is a store coupon. I'm not planning on being reimbursed for this coupon. Because of this is going to be a get an item free, I'm actually making this a % off coupon. So I'm actually in the others field. If I need to do that, I need to set the price to be $0. So I need to say in the others field to go ahead and EZ, that is enable zero price. You can double click in here and check that, or you can just type in EZ. So that will let the system know when I'm inputting this $0 price that that is correct. So when I'm switching over to the price field, now is where I'm going to say what is the discount I would like to give. So in this case, like I said, I'm giving a free item. So I'm doing 100% off coupon, 100% off a specific item. So it's $0. And then I'm going to have it run from the 29th of October until the 28th of November. And then because the item price may be variable, that's why I'm doing 100%. So that way it doesn't matter what the price of the item is. So it's 100%. So under the discount I'm giving is 100%. And I am limiting this to 1. So my limited quantity is 1. And then in the method field, I'm saying it's limit by transaction. So that's LT. You can double click on here and you can limit by transaction. There is some other limitations you can do, but that does require a frequent shopper program to be utilized so that way it can track it on the frequent shopper. So limit by day, week, or month can be utilized if you're using that because it will track it on the customer's card. Otherwise, it is only limited to by transaction. And now, what do I need to do to get this coupon? That's underneath the coupon link. So I said right here, it needs to spend $200. So I have total sales of $200. So this again is a drop down. So you can see the different criteria that you can meet with this. I am doing a total sales in the transaction. So I can do total sales and 200. This code field, even though this doesn't actually impact the total sales of $200, it must have something in here. I generally put 1, but this is a required field of the system. So you do have to just have something in here in order for it to keep track. The other point of criteria is a specific item. So I'm going to be taking this off of my specific item. I am using a type 2 UPC. This is actually going to be right here. It's my holiday turkey that I'm using, 201234. Go back up here. So this is a specific item. So when I'm looking at my criteria, I'm doing item sales. So I need to have an item sales of this specific UPC number. It will normalize this for you. So if you type in the UPC, it will put the leading 2 digits in. And I need to have 1 in my transaction. And then over here with my method, I would like it to match with this item. That means it will link with this item, not with my $200 criteria. If you are running this promotion and you have multiple turkeys, I'm using a holiday turkey, or multiple items that this could come off on, you could link them together with what we call a promotion ID. I will show you how that works in another coupon, but this means it has to be this specific item. Another tip when you're doing a coupon, we do see this happen occasionally where if you have 2 or 3 UPCs, people will come in here and add 2 or 3 UPCs. So they'll come in here and add more criteria. You hit the plus button to add more criteria. They'll do item sales and put in another UPC that has to be met and that they would like to have it come off on. If you do something like this, the problem would be coupon criteria, all lines of the criteria must be met in order for the coupon to come off. So that means you must purchase this item. See, it did normalize that for me. you must have $200 in sales and you must have this item. So what it's not an or, it is must have all of these lines met. So that is not the way to do it. Like I said, I will show you in a little bit how you can do that with what we call a promotion ID, that you can link multiple items to have them in one line of criteria. So when they're going at the front end, the cashier would just be able to say they have $200 in sales. And when they sell that item, so that was our holiday item, so it was 201234. This is a type 2 UPC, so the price is embedded, so it could be $12.99. The last 4 digits are the price, so it could be $12.99, $6.99, whatever the price may be. So they enter that in there. So I make $200. My holiday turkey, and that subtotal, it's going to say, yep, you have $200. You have your holiday turkey. That holiday turkey we're matching with that item electronically. It's automatic, so everything's met, and you get that item off the transaction. So I'm just going to go ahead and cash that out for right now, and we'll switch to the next coupon. So another coupon that we get commonly around, like I said, again, around this time of year is so much money off per pound. So they spend $100, they get, in this case, I'm using $1 off per pound. Again, I'm using a UPC that I'm not, a UPC item 8. And I gave it my descriptor, and I brought that down to my POS descriptor. There is a limited 20 pounds. And there is and I assigned it to a valid subdepartment. When you're doing a price off per pound, I am again going to do an electronic coupon. The reason being is that we want this to keep recalculating. When you're doing something like when you're doing a cents off per pound, this does tend to work best if you are doing a electronic coupon. So it keeps having the criteria meet, and it keeps going until it hits the limit. If you do want to do something where you want the customer to bring it physically in, bring in a coupon physically in, we can set that up. We would set like another item that would be part of the criteria, that would be the PLU of the item that they're bringing in, the coupon, the paper coupon they're bringing in, that would just be met as another line. We tend to refer to that as a spike item. So that way we could still set this up as an electronic coupon, but you would just have additional line item in here that would be the fake item that will trigger the coupon, so it can come off electronically and keep recalculating. But an important piece to note when you're doing anything that requires off per pound, you do need to flag the item as scalable, the coupon item as scalable. That is what's going to trigger it to know that it's coming off per pound. Otherwise, it's the electronic and store coupon for this. And then I'm using my sale column again. And here's the value I'd like to take off per pound. I'm taking off $1 per pound. And down here, because I did say that there was a limit of 20, it is limited by transaction. And it's a limited of 20 pounds because it is scalable. On my coupon criteria, I am linking this to one specific item again. I am linking this to 201235. And when you're doing a weighable coupon, it is always best to make the requirement weight. So I am saying they have to purchase at least 0.1 pounds of the item in order to get this to come off properly. And then my method over here, because I want this to continue to come off, I do have the M for match with this item, but I also want it to multiply. So I want this to come off multiple times, up to 20 pounds. So I do have multiply using criteria, which is the R. And then I have my total sales of $100. Another note, so looking at this item, this 201235, just going to go down to that right here. This is my holiday ham. It's very important, if you're wanting this to come off per pound, that the price per pound is correct in the price table. That is how the system knows how much it is per pound to be able to calculate the $1 off per pound, or the 50 cents off per pound, whatever it is that you're looking for to take off with the coupon. If you don't have the correct price per pound, it will not calculate correctly, and it will not give you the right cents off per pound. Also, the item should be flagged as scalable. Even in a type 2 barcode situation, like is what I'm using, it should be flagged as scalable just so it calculates properly. So going back to our coupon item, so this what will happen at the front end is that when they come in, just a second, there we go. My point of sale decided to minimize a little too much there. So the cashier would be scanning in their grocery items. So or whatever items that they purchased, they'll be scanning in the $100 worth of items. And then they would have their cents off per pound. And we'll say that this is $5.99. So I did have this on the holiday ham. So my $100, my $5.99, since it's electronic, it's going to calculate at subtotal, and now I got my $2 off. If they are not an exact amount, it does round. So it will round a little bit here and there. So if it's not an exact amount that like I just had, it will calculate properly. But just for this, also, if you'd like to see how it comes off, it does come off over here that it shows as a shopper discount when you're doing this. The last one, let me just go back into my full screen. Sorry. The last one is going to be on what we call a bundle. So this is what we are when we're bundling together multiple items for one price. So in this case, I have, if you buy a turkey, stuffing, rolls, mashed potatoes, and pie, bundle them all together and you purchase them and you get it for $30. So I'm going to do this as a manual store coupon. So when I'm doing this, that means that the customer must bring in a flyer, the customer must bring in a coupon in order to get this. So I'm using my PLU of 9. I have my descriptor just like before, my POS descriptor and my subdepartment. I didn't need the enable 0. I did put that in there. And I did not flag my electronic store coupon because I do want them to have to bring a flyer in order to get this. Now over here, I have this underneath my sale column because again, I want them to only get this for a limited time. So this is only running from yesterday until 11/28. Now this is where you're telling the system that I want it to go to the price of this. So this is $30. This is what I want you to take all these items and bundle them together for this price. So right here is a CB. And up here, when I'm looking at that, that is a coupon bundle price. So that means bundle these items together. Sorry, just kicked my wire there. That means when you're taking all these items, bundle them all together, no matter what the price, and bundle them together, and then they're going to be this price, the $30 price. I do also have a limit on this, a limited by transaction of 1, so the customer can always get it one time. And down here is where I have all of my coupons, all of my coupon criteria. So I need to make sure they buy a turkey, they buy stuffing, they buy rolls, they buy mashed potatoes, and they buy pie. So what I did is they can buy a variety of different items. So there's different items that they can meet for this. They can get different mashed potatoes, they can get different pies, they can get different rolls, they can get different stuffings, and they can get different turkeys when they're doing this. So I use the promo ID. So looking at this, if I'm looking at the type, that is a promo ID sale. These can be alphanumeric if you haven't used these before. So you can put number and letters in here. So I use exactly what they were to help me keep track. And then on each item, so I'm going to go down to my dinner rolls. That's where the promo ID needs to be set on the items that qualify. So I can put the word roll in PID and all the dinner rolls that they could purchase to qualify for this. And they must have one of the items that has roll in the promo ID. Same thing with stuffing. I use the word stuff and they must have one. Pie, they must have one. Mashed potatoes, they must have MP. And it's my bundled turkey and they must have the word turkey. Again, I use it pretty simply just because that's way I can remember as I'm going from item to item what I need to put in. This qualifies for that. This qualifies for this criteria. So I kept it very simple, but you can use any number and letter combination in here. So going down, so all 5 of these criteria must be met. They must have a quantity of 1 of each of these promotion IDs in order to get that bundle price of $30. When you are doing coupon bundling, it is important that you must have an A. There's an accumulate for percent or bundle. So you want to accumulate over here in order for it to accumulate and add towards the coupon bundle. That is the only method that you need to set, and you need to set it on each criteria. I did also add in this one because what will happen is that this will usually link to the largest item. If you don't do this, I want it to show up as its own line item. I did say what equals new coupon in the URL on the POS table. So that way it creates a new line and it shows what equals new coupon will show exactly what my POS is. So that way it shows clearly on the screen that the customer is getting a discount to get down to the bundle price. It really depends on how you would like to see it. So just coming back into our point of sale right here. Slide over. So we're going to want to go ahead and make sure that we purchase all these items. So I have my PLU 124, my dinner rolls. 125 is my stuffing. Keep sliding over on there. 126 is my pumpkin pie, and 127 is my mashed potatoes. And then I also need to make sure that I have my turkey. So I had 201236, and we'll say that it's $12.99. And there's my bundle turkey. So I subtotal it. Oh, it didn't come off because this was the one that I did set up to be manual. So like I said, this is not electronic, so it will not come off when the criteria is met. So the cashier does need to go ahead, scan in the item, or hand key it in like I just did, and see now it's saying, okay, it's taking all those items. It's going to take whatever it needs to take off as its own separate line item to bring the balance down to what you said in that price table. So it doesn't matter what the prices are in the transaction, it will give the discount whatever it needs to be to get it down to the $30. And then just so you can see how it shows up on the receipt, you see right there, that way it makes it very clear, and you can have that POS descriptor be something, whatever specifically you would like it to show in order for it to come down to that price. So we are bringing in our new system with eSuite that we, just so you can see, the same coupons are set up in eSuite. Let me just, I'm just going to have to, sorry, minimize and bring up my eSuite. It's hiding my toolbar down here. So when I'm setting up coupons in eSuite, if you're familiar with eSuite, this is how I find it best and easiest in order to set up the coupons in eSuite. So I'm going into my regular price list. So I'm going into, I'll just walk backwards. I went into my item master, and because you need a price table for a coupon, I'm going into the price table. You can join the POS and the cost. I have all of my items are actually under, that I was utilizing are actually under a specific report code, just so I can pull them up very easily. You could just type in the code up there, but I just put them all into report code. So I had all my items and my coupons. And what I find is you can look at it right in here. So you have the price table right here. You can add the sale column so I can see the sale column. But when you're working with the coupon in eSuite, it is considered a special table. So you do need to work on it in table format. So we're going to go under edit. It's a preferred table right here. So it's my coupon table. And I will pin it just because I want to have it pinned right there. And I'm also going to pull up my price table. I do already have it pulled up, but you can come down here and you can pull up your price table. Bring this up so you can see what I'm looking at. So master table, and then there's my price table. And I'll bring that up and pin that as well. So that way, when I'm working on the coupon, I have the same tables that we were looking at in Pro, so I can be working on the same thing. You can work on the sale column in the grid if that's what you prefer. Table format or grid, each of them are fine. And the way that you set up the coupons in eSuite, so you can see right here, I have my spend $200, get one item free. You have my $1 off per pound, and you have my bundle. I'll show the bundle one, just that has my most lines of criteria. So in my coupon table over here, you have all of the coupon criteria listed. And what they do is when you're listing out the criteria, you can add it right here, is it will actually give you the words as you're doing this. So I need to have a promo ID. What does that promo ID need to be equal to? So you would type it in. I already have the pie, MP, and all that in there. So I'll just type in pie again, just so you can see that. It's already in there, so it doesn't like that. But so you can also set some of the other things that we were looking at under that criteria. So if you're wanting to set a minimum, so it's a promo ID of quantity of 1 was what we were doing. Let's just say pie again so it shows up. So you can see once you purchase one item, a promo ID number pie, don't worry about the word number, it's alphanumeric. If you need to multiply or accumulate, so we had that with the A, so we need to have the accumulate, you can see over there. So we want to set that to accumulate. And what it does, and I do find this handy, was it does just list it off as a word. So you can make sure that when you're adding criteria in eSuite with the coupon table, that it just spells it out for you. This is the final description. This is what you need to do in order to get this coupon to come off. I keep kicking the cable underneath my computer. I apologize. It keeps coming out of the full screen. So that way you can have that right there. Hit OK, and it shows up as an additional line. So that way you can keep seeing as you're going through. This is all the things that the coupon must need to do in order for it to come off. Under the details, this is where you can set up where the sale is. You can see how long the sale is right there. And any additional descriptors. Up here is that store versus vendor. We talked about the store versus vendor. And if you're looking to say, well, where's the electronic versus manual, this is where it's set to. If it's blank, it's manual. So if you need to set it to be electronic, you could set it right there. And my discount is $30. It is not, it's not valuing it as a discount because it's a coupon bundle. So you do have that as it shows a little oddly, but you do, you can switch it to bundle price. So that way it will show like you're used to. And as you go through, I'll just submit that as you go through, you can see the difference one. So this one is my $1 off. So it's actually spells it out cents per weight / volume. And my discount is $1. It is electronic. There's my POS descriptor. So all the stuff that we said in eSuite, you can see how it comes over here. There's my limit of 20. My criteria is spelled out right here. Every purchase of this weight and a total sale of 100. So the setup is really the same. And you can see it in the price table here. There's the limit. There's that limit per transaction. The setup is really the same here. Just that coupon table in eSuite does kind of give you that nice spelled out verbiage. So you can really see what you must do in order to get this met. Before I send this over to Angel for questions, I just wanted to say, if you are looking for some specific information on a promotion that you're running in your store right now, I can certainly go over it in a high level if you have some questions. But anything specific, I would encourage you to reach out to Angel. That's something we could set up a different session for. So I could set up the coupon as you're looking for it, or we can reach out to get that specifics for you. But for now, Angel, do we have any questions?
Yes, Jen, we do have a few questions. And to go off of if the best way to reach me is at sales@stcr.com. And then reach out to you. Just please leave your name, the company you're calling from, and then a good phone number, okay? Jen, the first question we have is there a way to do a coupon with accumulated spending? For example, a customer spends $200 in a month period and they qualify for a coupon.
Yes. So the way that we would do that for accumulated spending is that it does require the usage of a frequent shopper program. So when you would have to have a way to track the customer sales. So the system would have to know that the customer is coming in. So you would need to have a frequent shopper program that you're using to track that. So how we would do that, I'll just pull up that, is that we actually would assign the customers to a shopper level when you have a frequent shopper program. And we would use that with a points program. So we'd have a points program running that it would accumulate the points. $200 we could do if you want to have a penny a point. So that way the system will track once they hit 200 points, we would be able to utilize that's actually right down here where we can actually redeem points, and we can also make it a points requirement. So when I'm coming in here, looking at the points criteria, you would have a points requirement that they must have a 200 points for your example, where points accumulated in points program 1 of 200 points. So that would be they've accumulated 200 points, so $200 in the program over the specified time period. And you can turn the points on and off in the period that you would like. And then you would have it come in here, show it would be accumulated. So this coupon won't come off unless you have 200. And you can also redeem the points. So if you want to redeem the points, the 200 points in points program 2 or 1, whichever points program you're utilizing, and the start and end date that they're able to do the accumulation, the redemption would be right here. So yes, definitely can do that, but it does require a frequent shopper because the system needs to know what shopper and when the shopper is coming in to follow the accumulation.
And if you're interested in that frequent shopper, just send me an email and I can give you a call and we go over that. The next question we have, Jen, is does SMS provide reporting on coupons such as total coupon sales?
Yes, it does. It will follow the totalizer of the coupon that you're utilizing. So when you're running the coupons, it will actually track in several different reports. So when you're running your normal reports, it will show up. So I'm just going to run my multi-total report. You can come in here and you would be able to track this. Go all the way to the end with the statistics. Should be, sorry. Oh, I was using store coupons, not vendor coupons. So with the various coupons, you can do it in a couple different ways. Since I was using store coupons, not vendor coupons, I'm just thinking. Underneath, you could, oh, because at the end of the day, they are an item, you can easily come in here and track under the item single total, what items, if you're wanting to get that by a specific one. I also usually, you can also come in here and do a range. You can also come, if you are looking, so like if I'm looking to see how many coupons I had for this specific coupon, so like that spend 200, get one item free, you can come in here and track it with that. Because it's based off of net sales, you're going to come in here and you're going to want to change it to the totalizer for the coupon that you're using. So if it's a store coupon versus a vendor coupon. The other methodology that I usually say that's a good idea if you're wanting to kind of group together all your coupons to see them together is kind of do what I just did. Either if you are, so you can see the different ones. So I have my electronic vendor coupon, my electronic store coupon, different totalizer. So that would be what you want to track that on when you're doing what I did at electronic store coupon is like I just did. I put all of my coupons in a report in the report code of one. If you're wanting to kind of gather them together to be able to run reports off of that, like I said earlier, some people do a certain sub-department so they can look at a specific sub-department. The key when you're running this is you really wanting to make sure that you know what kind of coupon it is. So if it's an electronic store coupon, meaning that you have it flagged as electronic in store, that would be the totalizer you want to run the report on. If it's a vendor coupon, it's a vendor coupon, that would be an electronic vendor coupon. So you can do that right there. That's 12. You can do a range too in here. So you can do both. And then like your manual store coupon. So like this item specifically is a manual coupon, you wanting to get that specific totalizer. So most any report will show you that. You just need to make sure that your totalizer is included in that when you're running the report. And then, like I said, if you're wanting to have all your coupons together to run a report, the easiest way to do that is to group them together. And what I mean by that, like I said, is the sub-department. If you have a specific sub-department, you could come and run your sub-department totals. Make sure that you have your totalizers that you're looking for in there. If you're wanting to do like I did with the report codes, you can use your report code. So looking under the others filter, I can have all of my coupons in the same report code, and I can run my item reports by report code, and I could get all of the coupons that way. There is down here, this doesn't give you a total. What this does down here is it gives you your electronic coupons list. This is again under filters. It will show you, it just gives you a list of the electronic coupons in the system. I'm just going to launch this. So you can see all the coupons that you have in the system that could trigger right now. So that is something that it's not a report, it's just more of a list right here. And then any items that are linked to an electronic coupon. But in order to get that total, it's really any report you want to run on it. It's just how you want to group together the items and making sure that you have the right totalizer for the coupon that you're running, or totalizers. Like I said, in my case, I have two that I was utilizing.
Thanks, Jen. The next one we have is if you go back to the point of sale table, Jen, the question is, would it be possible to explain the different others in the point of sale window and the different mix methods in the price table?
So having it show up on when you're ringing it up with the cashier, like on the cashier screen?
I think they just wanting to know like what those different things are, like in the others field, you know, how you double click and there's different things in there.
So a lot of these are, for if you're wanting to use, these are different flags that you can have. So like obviously enable zero price. If you don't want to allow the item to be sold at cost, you can flag it to not be allowed at cost. If you don't want it to be updated from an import, wickability kind of has gone, this is not really utilized anymore with Smart Wick and eWick. This used to be how you flagged items for paper wick. So they're not really utilized anymore. The Illinois corrosive item, that's a new plugin that's being utilized for a specific Illinois state criteria that must be flagged so that we can make a report to send up to them. Web order, if you're doing like web order, you want it to show up on your web order export, you can flag the items. All of the scales are for like if you have integrated scales. You have to, you want to have like a scale fixed weight. And this isn't meaning your point of sale scales. This is like if you have deli scales that you have integrated with the SMS system. We can have some specialized flags. So it's like an open price item. It's a fixed weight item or fixed price item or a special weight item. You need to flag it to that would go down to the scales. And then again, these are more Illinois flags. Like I said, there's a lot of different reporting that we need to send up to the state of Illinois for certain things like your alcohol, the alcohol sales and beer sales. So they have flagging on this now. And then WIC CVB again has kind of gone onto a not really utilized with eWick and SmartWick. Used to be how you flag the items if they were those cash values. This is a customizable field right here with the others drop down. So we do add and subtract things as necessary. So if you do want to have something in there for flagging and you want to track something off that flagging, we could work with you on that. For the mix and match method, there is a lot of things under here for coupon ability and for limiting. So like just going with like, I'll kind of do a quick high level of this. So it's like a keep going package price if you're running a package price. So if you wanted to keep going after they meet the criteria, if it's a weighable item, you want to reverse the weighable under this column, you can do that. Reverse quantity required. Again, if you have the quantity required on the POS, you want to reverse that flag. Same thing with discountability. Reverse quantity is unit. That would, didn't mean to click on that. Sorry, that would reverse the quantity. So up here, so this is kind of an odd one, but if you have 1 for 30, if you wanted to do 2 for 30, you wanted to be reverse the quantity as the unit. So it's 2 units at $30 price, kind of a package price. That would be what that does. Reverse volume pricing. Reverse volume pricing turns this into volume pricing. So as you go through the different lines, it'll have like that if you purchase one at this price and you can use the package price and limited quantity price for more tiered volume pricing. I just have too many flags on it to actually adjust that. Reverse sale as discount. So if you want to reverse the sale as a discount, instead of actually having it as a sale, it's a discount. In other words, a coupon or discount. It's making it so the item doesn't add to the sale, it subtracts. Limited by transaction, limit by day, limit by week, limit by month. These are all limits that you can utilize if you have a frequent shopper program. So if you want to limit the usage of this coupon to any of those, day, week, month, you can do that. NRT is by non-resettable total. That means you can only use the coupon however many times you have forever. It's by your non-resettable total. By definition, non-resettable means it never resets. So if you ever want to give out a coupon just once ever to a customer, that would be what you would want to use. But again, it does require a frequent shopper program. Split price, if you're using any of the split pricing, you wanted to limit that. This is how you could limit the split price. Limit registration would be if you're wanting to limit the item or the sale by the registration line. Coupon unlimited and coupon collusion. Both of these allows you to use two, if you're wanting to have 2 coupons interact with each other. So you have an item that can qualify for 2 different coupons, you can utilize these so that way they will allow the collusion or it won't allow the collusion with anything else. For coupon unlimited means it will allow it to collude with any item, even if it doesn't have it to be coupon collusions on both. Bundle pricing, we went through. coupon reverse order, coupon allow negative, coupon discount method, coupon 1x1. Reverse order means it will come off in the reverse order. So you'll see the coupon first and then the item sale. Coupon allow negatives allows the item to go to a negative price. The coupon discount method is utilized for if you're wanting to set the method of the discount on the price table instead of on down here. So if you're wanting to get, this is where you're wanting to get like very specific and high, we'll say very high level with the coupons. That's what you would want to use that with. So you're wanting to not just have the method down here, you're wanting to have the method up here as well. So you're kind of getting very specific with your coupon. And coupon 1x1, it's a new feature. I'm actually going to say it's one that I haven't seen utilized super often, where you are wanting the coupon to come off 1x1. So if you are having this coupon come off multiple times, like we saw the accumulate with criteria and sorry, it's trying to think of them. There we go. Multiply using criteria, multiply using sales. I couldn't think of the right one. I'm sorry about that. You want to have it when it's multiplying, they'll show off 1x1x1x1 instead of just accumulating and showing it by one, like one total bundle. And then points program, if you want this item to count towards a specific points program, it's not so much a coupon. So it would be points program 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want this item to add to the points program more than the normal, and multiply, if you wanted to multiply, that's a coupon multiplication. So it's kind of a high level, quick run through of them. So we can definitely set up a different, like we could definitely set up, send information about all of those if you would like to see what they do. And there's always, we could always, you can always set it up and test and see if it's behaving like you would want.
Yes, and I can reach out to you as well, or you can email us at sales@stcr.com if you need, more of an explanation. If you need some documentation, we can get that. The next question I have, Jen, is does STCR offer one-on-one training sessions to assist me in setting up the complex coupons I need for my store?
I think you could answer that, but absolutely
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
It's okay. Yes,
So
we do.
can just and I'll write to you after this so we can go over what's going on at your store and get you set up with something, okay? Right, I think that may have been our last question, Jen.
Okay.
Thank you. And as well, let you guys know, next month we'll be hosting our webinar on Tuesday, November 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time to review common SMS plugins as Thanksgiving falls on that Thursday. So put that on your calendar. I'm resending out an invite. So that's Tuesday, November 26th, not Thursday, okay? Thank you all for joining us today, and we wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.